I was nervous that he wasn't, that both of them weren't going to be. Yeah, it's a hell of a thing to direct a movie, and I can't even imagine a hell of a thing to direct Dennis Quaid and Jeremy Irons and Ben Barnes and Olivia Wilde and Zoe Saldana and all these other people. And I thought, I just hope to God that they know what they want, because the quickest thing you could smell out in the director is if they don't know what they're doing, or at least they're not pretending good well enough that they know what they're doing. And I was so happy the first day, going, oh yeah, we're going to be fine. And it was really because you guys knew the material and you knew the story you wanted to tell.
Hey, I'm Stephanie DeGraw here on the red carpet for Sundance. We're going to be talking to the actors and directors of the indie film Billy Brown. It's a story about a young girl who rises to fame, and she copes with her mother's incarceration through music. Stick around, it's all coming up next on The Music Scene. Let's talk about the message that the film is delivering to the audiences.
There's a lot of messages in this film, and I don't want to get off on the wrong track and call it a message film. I mean, it's a drama.
Can you share a little personal anecdote about how music has touched your life?
Oh my goodness, well, I'm the guy that made La Bamba, so music has touched my life in a huge way. I've always been such a huge fan of music. I mean, I was on Broadway and nominated for that. But the funny thing is, I never ever call myself a singer, because I work with people who are so much better than me, and I wouldn't call myself a musician, even though I've written, songs that have appeared in films. I think it's one of the most beautiful art forms that there is out there, and it remains hugely inspirational and goes right to your heart, maybe more so than films, certainly more than say a book or a poem. Music just goes in and moves you, and it's nice to be involved in a film that that I think is going to cut right to the people, ran right into their hearts once again.
Great. And a quick comment on Sundance before I let you go. Yeah.
Thrilled to be here. Absolutely thrilled. I had the real honor of working with Robert Redford a number of years ago on the film The Dark Wind. What he has done in keeping the art of filmmaking alive and introducing new artists to the world. Thank goodness it's still here and still going strong and still creates excitement and passion, in people. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Have you been in any films before? Is this your first time? Or
Well, this is my first lead in a feature film. My last film, I played the comedic relief in Go For It, released by Lionsgate. This is definitely vastly different from that. I've been in some other films, Our Family Wedding, My Super Psycho Sweet 16, but this is my baby. This is my baby. Yes.
What's your favorite part about the movie?
Well, to pick a favorite is kind of ridiculous. Maybe one of them would be working with this ridiculous gentleman right here, and this obnoxious man right here. I mean, and all the amazing stars of Philly Brown.
When they showed me the piece, I said, "This is a brilliant idea, guys. A wonderful story. But you know what? It ain't going to work unless you find the right person to act it, and it's going to be a bitch to find it." And it was very difficult, because we can find people who could act and we could find people who could sing, but to find someone that could do both was very, very much, and she hits a grand slam out of the park. This young woman here is truly a complete artist and a treasure for our culture especially.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie DeGraw for The Music Scene. We're at Sundance 2012 and we're right inside the happening Bing Bar. There's so much music, food, and fun people, and I got pretty lucky because I got to hook up with the people that are involved in the movie Compliance. We've got the director here and the person here that has done all of the great music. The music sets the tone, and it's so important. I'm really excited to have you share with our viewers your name and your background, how you became involved to be the person to get to write the score.
Sure. My name is Heather McIntosh, composer, and I guess let's think about this, shall we?
Heather's like amazing multi-instrumentalist. And a cello player, I think, first. Would you describe yourself as that? But her work is very cinematic. Like it has been the whole time. It's very beautiful. I'm super excited. I love this so much that we sort of built things around the music back, kind of opposite of the way that maybe you would normally do it.
I'm the writer-director for this film called For Alan, and it's about a young musician who travels to a small town to meet his daughter for the first time.
My name's Shanley Mango. I play Ellen, and I play a lot of good films.
Yes. Did you like being in this film, and what did you like about being in this film?
I did a lot, and I liked meeting a lot of characters and a lot of movie stars and just having fun.
I play a character named Joby Taylor. I am a hard rock musician who is sort of struggling after a little bit of an early career, and I am going to my estranged wife in a small town to try and get some divorce money, basically, and I meet my daughter for the first time. Well, I just got here. I've been to Sundance many times. I love coming here. I miss it when I don't come, and I'm excited to for our film. But knowing friends and other good people who are also here, and it's a great place to celebrate a bunch of people who love what they do and are working hard at it.
What was the biggest challenge for you doing this movie as an actor? This is kind of a different role for you.
Yeah, it was. I think going. I don't know. I guess a challenge. It was so fun to do. I think more of how rewarding because it was getting back into doing an independent film and the filmmaking style felt so guerrilla and getting in there and just we had a skeleton crew of 5 people really, and it was hanging out in people's cars making this and sleeping and taking naps in the SUV. It was just so let's throw things together, let's do this, and that's really kind of I don't know that I think that helped the most. But certainly not having grown up in a house of lawyers and playing a lawyer, I had to do a little research.
Yeah. I know, it's a strange one, right? It is. Well, this is 2012. We were on Sundance. Last night we had the world premiere of Excision. It's an odd little film. It's a combination of many things, but basically there was a young director named Richard Bates Jr. that did a short out of NYU several years ago, and he put together the feature, and I read the script, and I was really interested in it based on what I'd seen him do in the short. And I met with him, and I really wanted to play this role because it was just unlike what people are used to seeing me do.
You actually started, a lot of people don't realize you started your music career, I think back in about 1995.
Yeah. My first album, 1,000 Fires, came out on Radioactive MC. I was one of the first female DJs, which wasn't an easy thing to do back then. My friend Perry Farrell was doing Lollapalooza then and had asked me to do the after hours of Lollapalooza, Enut, and I was doing a lot of DJing, and I was one of the opening acts for someone named Moby when it was really new and Moby was really starting to break.
Last strike, baby. I got a new vice, baby. He's so much better for me. Last strike, baby. I got a new vice, baby. He's so much better for me. Last strike, baby. You were my last strike. Last strike. You're just